So y'all gonna have to catch these diamonds today. I'm getting ready to share some videos with y'all real quick that I think they powerful, but they're not for the weak-minded at all. But however, before I get into the video, I do want to say to women, it is very important that God is the head of our life. He has to be the one that leads us, because we're living in a world that is basically either you a hunter or either you become prey. And we know that oftentimes women become prey. So with that being said, when we are connected to God, especially when we have that gift to discern, then people can't pull the wool over our eyes. You see what I'm saying? There are a lot of women who fall victim because they were naive and didn't have a gift to discern. So whenever a man came their way, they didn't realize it was rotten fruit. And one thing about it is, connecting with God, and you go to God about this person, God will let you know, okay, this brother is contaminated. And if you lay with him, he's going to contaminate everything about you, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And what we have to keep in mind is when we become contaminated, not only that, it's our vision. Meaning, now that you are contaminated, your vision is contaminated too. So now when you look at other men, they're guilty by association. Now, all of them bad. And it can go the same way with men when it, come to women. You deal with that one bad fruit or two or three, now all of them bad. You see what I'm saying? But when you have God and the discernment, it'll keep you from being a victim all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we do have a lot of people that are victims. And this is why we're seeing this back and forth between men and women. You see what I'm saying? It's that back and forth. You hurt me, I hurt you. You did this, you did this. You see what I'm saying? But if we're walking in that space of discernment, you don't have to be that victim no more. It also increases your chance of having hope in finding somebody good. You're not going to find nothing living amongst the dead, meaning dead souls. And here's the thing. If you're dating men and women that are still living in sin, like strongly practicing sin, what are they going to produce in your life? Death. Because we know this, the wages of sin is death. So they're going to produce headache, heartache, and trauma. Because they have not dealt with their demons. They have not cleansed themselves of the demons that they carry. You see what I'm saying? And that is why it's important to have that relationship with God, so you can spot these dead souls when you see them. So that way you don't have to keep becoming the victim. You see what I'm saying? The fact that everybody's becoming a victim is what's hurting everybody, because you don't have the discernment to know this is bad fruit. This fruit is going to contaminate me, just like in the Garden of Eden. Think about it. It is the same story all over again. Satan was preying on them. He was the hunter. They fell into it. So now we all became contaminated. Then we have to be cleansed through God. So let me get up into this video. It's dope.
I said it. That's what I'm trying to teach my oldest daughter. Don't do you too long, because you'll lose your virtue, and then a brother will begin to see this, that the value is not there anymore. And then you will be one of these women out here angry at brothers because they don't want to put up with the garbage of the past. I said it. Oh, this is going to be a rough, uphill message today. We got to stop the hypocrisy. We cannot teach our daughters that you can go out here like men and use your body like a man and end up with a good life. We have to train our daughters that they are not men. You cannot do what men do. Scientifically, it is proven that when a woman has sex with a man, his DNA goes into her body, into her bones, and it makes it to her brain. That doesn't happen with a man. A man does not receive from every woman he's been with, but a woman is a receiver. And so the more men she's been with, the more men are in her mind, the more schizophrenic her brain becomes, and the more hard it is for her to be satisfied by one man. There's scientific proof. But because we're not telling our young girls that living for yourself early and going out there like a man, and girl, if a man doing it, you can do it. We're not telling her the consequences, the devaluation that's happening to her. We're not telling her that she begins to get a spiritual stink that attracts certain predators. And you say, I always get a man, same man. No, it's the stink on you. Certain predators are attracted to certain smells, and because you got this smell of a woman that's has a constant sexual aroma, then you attract the same man that's only out for sex. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to tell you what your mama, your daddy ain't telling you, because they telling you you can turn up till you 30. They ain't not telling you that they done had 5 diseases. They ain't telling you that. They ain't telling you they got boils and fibroids and all kinds of stuff in the womb, and they getting their wombs cut out and scraped out because all of this multiplicity of semen, multiplicity of male DNA, and they lying to y'all, making y'all think, oh, it's just a woman's issue. No, it's not. It's coming from sex. That's why they try to put all y'all on Gardasil, because they knew that it's the sex that causes these diseases. And when you out there gambling with your womb and letting men jump up and down in you, honey, you are receiving all of this. And the man don't even got to have a disease. Semen sitting in your body would create bacteria. And that's why if you don't go and get yourself cleaned out and looked at, you automatically have diseases, because women are receivers. Are we training our daughters that they can't get up like a man, wash off and go? A man can wash you off and leave. When I say wash you off, he'll leave everything that he got from you there. But you can't do that, because what you got from him is internal. So you can wash off the outside, but he's inside. And then he's neurologically attached. And that's why you, for years later, you still thinking about him. You still got that man on your mind for years later, because part of him, y'all ain't ready. I know y'all want this. I know y'all, yeah, I told y'all, I wasn't playing. It's hypocrisy that we are not training our women that you cannot be a man. You cannot go out here and sleep around for 30 years and think you're going to be okay. You can't. When men are doing it, well, go on and try it. It don't work. Your mind becomes scattered because you have a certain space. Capacity is a better word. And those spaces and capacities were meant to be filled by one man, that's what the Bible says. But if you cram enough men in there, you have a lot of different personalities. And it is a known fact, the more sexual partners a woman has, the more unstable she is. I said it. The more unstable she is, usually she's in poverty because she can't make a decision, because she's always scattered, always between this, why? Because it's too much in her. And nobody's telling her you got to detox. The Bible says, behold, all things old will become new. But they don't become new if you don't stop. So while y'all think y'all living it up like brothers, I'm telling you that stuff gonna come back on you later in life. And if these older women would tell the truth, they would tell you right now that some of their mind battles, they gotta do a lot to keep that mind in check. I'm in here today. I said it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy in the black community that we don't talk about this, but our only focus is on the black male and how he's a dog. He don't take care of his kids. He ain't this, he ain't that. But how many women would tell a man how many sexual partners she's really had? How many brothers you met in the club? How many back seats you been in? See, you losing all your virtue in that. Then you want some man to marry you and honor you, and y'all wonder why y'all can't get along. It's too much there. You got to detox. Detox means denial. Be celibate for a while. That's why I tell people, before you get married, be celibate for a while. Get your real mind back instead of all the influence of all. Did you know, see, when you as a woman, when you have sex with a man, y'all know this is true, you take on the nature of that man. You'll start acting like that man. Because y'all thought by science lying to y'all that men and women are the same, you didn't realize you was not like us. A man puts his print on a woman. He puts his stamp on a woman. And she becomes his woman. That's why the Bible says when Adam saw Eve, wasn't no ceremony. When he had sex with her, she became his woman. She's bone of my bone now, flesh of my flesh. She's me now. That's why the Bible says a man loves his wife as he loves himself, because she becomes him. That's why you take